A soft piano melody drifted over a cobblestone town at sunrise. An aerial view slowly pushed toward a small, ivy-covered cottage, glowing warmly. In this quiet town lived a girl named Ella, known for her gentle spirit. She owned no sparkling gowns or shining jewels, nor any grand possessions, but Ella carried within her a kind heart and a remarkably brave mind. Inside the cottage, Madame Priss stood tall, her expression stern. She handed Ella a long, demanding list of chores for the day. Madame Priss's voice was sharp. Sweep, scrub, carry water, fold clothes. A close-up showed Ella's steady, determined eyes, reflecting inner strength. Ella whispered to herself, a quiet resolve in her voice. "I can do hard things," she added with a soft smile, "and I can still choose to be kind." A gentle montage began, showing Ella diligently sweeping dusty floors. She carefully stacked plates, ensuring not a single one chipped or broke. Then, with quiet grace, she carried heavy buckets of water, never spilling a drop. Gentle, rhythmic strings began to play, adding a peaceful rhythm to her work. Suddenly, distant trumpets sounded, echoing through the quiet morning air. At the town fountain, a royal notice was being prominently pinned for all to see. A messenger announced loudly, "Tonight, a grand celebration at the palace." He continued, his voice ringing out, "Everyone is welcome to attend." A close-up revealed Ella's hopeful smile, a flicker of longing in her eyes. Ella, her voice soft with wonder, asked, "Everyone, truly?" Madame Priss's voice was sharp and dismissive. "If the house is perfect before sunset." A determined musical theme began, underscoring Ella's renewed resolve. Ella, undaunted, began to divide her remaining chores into small, manageable steps. She murmured, 5 tasks, then I can breathe and move to the next." Just then, a tiny mouse peeked out, its whiskers twitching curiously. Soon, several birds fluttered in through the open window, chirping softly. Ella, her face alight with a smile, asked her small friends, "Would you like to help?" Tiny taps and rustles filled the air as they all sorted and swept together. In slow motion, a bag of lentils accidentally spilled across the clean floor. Madame Priss, with a cruel smirk, commanded, "Separate these by colour, girl." Ella paused, taking a deep, steady breath, refusing to let despair take hold. Immediately, the mice and birds rushed in, their tiny paws and beaks working swiftly. The music swelled softly as the piles of lentils were miraculously finished. A gentle knock sounded at the cottage door, a welcome interruption. The door opened, revealing Aunt Mira, framed in the warm golden sunset light. Aunt Mira, her voice kind, said, "I heard you've been working very hard, dear." Ella, looking down, confessed, "I don't have anything fancy to wear." Aunt Mira offered a warm, reassuring smile. "Fancy isn't magic, Ella," she added, her eyes twinkling. "True magic, my dear, is confidence." A montage showed Aunt Mira stitching ribbon onto a simple dress with care. She gently brushed the fabric, making it smooth and presentable. Finally, she adjusted a soft, flowing cape around Ella's shoulders. Aunt Mira then handed Ella a small, folded note with important words. The note read, "Speak kindly to yourself. Always remember your worth." It continued, "Ask for help when you need it, for that is a strength." And finally, "Keep your boundaries strong, protecting your peace." A close-up showed Ella reading the note, her posture straightening, standing taller. Ella, a newfound resolve in her voice, declared, "I'm ready now." A light waltz began to play as Ella entered the wide, magnificent palace hall. The hall glowed with an ethereal blue and gold light, a breathtaking sight. Ella entered quietly, observing the grand celebration around her. Suddenly, a small child dropped a tray of pastries with a loud clatter. Ella immediately knelt, offering a kind hand. "Oops, let's fix it together." Prince Kai, observing her compassion, remarked, "You're truly kind." Ella smiled brightly. "Kindness is my favorite skill, Prince Kai." They danced gracefully, twirling and laughing together, lost in the moment. Suddenly, the palace clock chimed, signaling the stroke of midnight. Ella glanced at her note, remembering its wisdom. "I must go, not because I'm afraid, but because I choose my own time now."